So the Gillingham Youth context, for us, we are in a national context of reductions in public services. We've had a period of almost 10 years now of resource constraint, and at the same time we've seen a national reduction in the level of volunteering.
Volunteering is so important for our Gillingham Youth that it features in the priorities that the Council agreed last year at a political level. We see it as a key part of strengthening and empowering communities.
We had, for example, between 2012 and 2016, a 40% increase in peer-to-peer supports, like those things like time banking or micro-volunteering, and that equates to around about 32,000 hours. So there is a real rock bed of volunteering activity in our Gillingham Youth.
Today, though, is a chance to take a fresh look at volunteering, how it contributes to our communities, how do we widen the opportunities available, and how do we get even more people involved.
An interesting setup. We have a couple of popcorns, a couple of drinks. We have a series of films.
I have to say this particular film as Chief Executive of the Council, I was a little bit hesitant about what I was going to see. And to be honest, I underestimated the knowledge, the appreciation and the wisdom of the presenters we've had on the film there. They understand, they know the position around public finances, and what they are clearly sending is a message to say we can contribute, but we need a level of support, we need the drive, the coordination, the strategy, to take the point earlier, to enable that.
Clearly an understanding from those that spoke about the diminishing budgets and the fact that the council couldn't do everything. But I don't get the impression that the wider community does always understand the restrictions or the limitations, and actually we need to do better at bringing our community's knowledge up a bit if we are going to look at working together.
Your own experience there tells you the common experience, which is that we are asked by somebody that we know, in a context that's meaningful to you. And I think it's a bit of a tragedy actually that in Scotland today that 45% of people say they've never had any volunteer experience at all. And that boils down to that simple lack of being asked.
One of the questions raised across the board was, how do people get invited? Where does the invitation come from? And I have to say, sometimes I think as public services, we don't really see that invitation. It's as if we're slightly puzzled you don't, so we provide you lots of duties.
We acknowledge the value that volunteers bring to our services across the council, and we want to enhance them. We know, we've spoken about it earlier, this is a significant time of local government reform and the budget challenges. But in order to do this, we acknowledge that we need to create a culture that enables and empowers staff, which in turn enables and empowers our citizens, our communities, in shared responsibilities for achieving shared goals. It's partnership working. We're actually very, very good at it here. The partnership extends to the volunteers.
I also have the feeling across the day, and it's particularly strongly from the feedback from the groups, that what people are saying is, stop talking about volunteering in isolation. It is part of a much broader agenda about how we will provide some opportunities by empowering people in communities.